Alright guys, so said I'd do an update on Sunday and here it is. I guess nothing much major to update. That empty spot I was telling you about, I got those plants in. They came in good shape and they're perking up pretty well. And you guys can correct me with the pronunciation. The Rotella ENIE. So Eni, Eni, I don't know, Eni. I think Eni. I don't know. I sound like an idiot right now, I'm sure. But that's them. They look pretty nice. So far the Flying Fox aren't messing with them. I'm hoping they aren't, or they won't. So we'll see how that works out. I trimmed down some of the stuff to make it a little more even, like the Kimberly. But what I did was I trimmed them. I planted the tops and I kept the stumps just to hopefully propagate a few more, because I have some other plans with them. I want a thicker bush of them growing. So they don't look great right now, but in a week or two it should look all right once I have enough to start moving around and evening them out. What's going on? So at a bonsai, actually, there's some of the older stuff down there. I trimmed some stuff in the back, put in the front some of the smaller ones, moved some things around. The repens, they don't look awesome because I just trimmed the crap out of them and move them around to spread them out. I'm actually thinking that I may, just so I don't know if you guys remember my tank before, the foreground plant I had was the S repens. So I might do that when I get the new tank. Running across the whole front. And I was able to keep a gap in the front too. It looked a lot better when there was a little bit of an inch gap between the glass and the actual plant, and it was easy to clean, and I can get down and clean the glass. I could probably do that with this stuff now, but I think I don't know, it just wouldn't look right. So with the Monte Carlo, what I did was it was creeping so far, if you guys remember from videos past, it was creeping so far into the plants, I cut it in such a straight line. And what I did was I used this, and this is something you would use for tape and drywall, right? So when you're applying tape for drywall, and it's pretty sharp plastic, it's pretty thin. I was able to just go down and slice it and cut it in a straight line, and I did that, kind of curved it around here, just because the Rotella was coming out. Just curved it around the Rotella, and you can see it's actually creeping already again. So I could do that to the front of it now, but I don't know. I think it's just too thick of a mat now where I don't think it's going to look good. So I'm not going to worry about that now. And again, I like the Monte Carlo, but not something I'm going to keep. And again, when I get the new 75 to replace this one, it's not going to be in here. I haven't fed these guys yet. Well, I fed them some flakes today. Let's see if I can get some of the rose lines in here. Let's see. Just a reflection of me right now. Can't see any of the fish. I can get them up to the top by. I got the angels. Oh, there you go. That's good enough, I guess, right? So the butterfly, what I'm going to start doing is which I didn't do when I trimmed the tank, when I did the water change, trimmed it today, is I want to start trimming them as they grow. So actually now, probably after this video, I'm going to trim them down and plant them. It seems like once they start growing long, the older stuff doesn't look right. So I'm going to keep trimming off the new stuff and planting it, and just see how it works. Again, this is the first time I've ever even had it growing, so I'm happy about that. And I'm looking forward to see how this stuff goes. How it does in this tank. Again, hopefully I'm just going to keep everything alive until I can get the new tank, new substrate. And let me just give it a little quick overview. Still, it's funny, in the video the tank looks barren, looks empty. But in person it doesn't look so bad. I'm sure everybody else knows when you take pictures or videos or whatever, you know how your own tank looks. Alright, I'll show you the 20, where I am at the 20 now. Uh, 20 is actually looking good. So I took out the glass diffuser. It was just crudded up with algae, and I ended up getting the Fluval diffuser. It's actually more efficient than the glass one I had, even though you see some bubbles coming up there too. And then I have the output of the filter, blowing around. All these bubbles you're seeing, that's all from the diffuser, besides the Perlin. That's all from the diffuser. Now I'm looking at all the algae over here, and I'm looking at algae on the heater. I'm like, how's that happening? Well, of course, I don't have the heater plugged in because the tank is 72 degrees with no heater plugged in right now. So I don't have any heaters on my tanks right now. Even with air conditioning in the house, in the basement, for whatever reason, tanks are staying at like 72. And my house is at, well, I guess my house is at 72, so it makes sense. The Renicky looks great in here. I guess this is just where it's going to grow. There's some algae on some of this stuff because, remember, it came from the other tank. It came from the 75. So, but it's doing good. I mean, see some curling on some leaves, but actually I think some of them are the older ones. A lot of the new stuff looks good. The door leaves look good. They're not curling. They're growing flat. They're kind of curling back a little bit, I guess, but I don't know if that's a bad thing or not. All I know is this is the best they've ever looked. The best that I've ever had them growing. So, I went to the PetSmart today, or Petco today, and they had Amanas actually for $2.50, which is the cheapest I've ever seen them. Any place I've, found them were like $3. So I grabbed 3 of them just for this tank, just to put a few in here to help with the algae. And there's one, not looking good. Not sure what happened. The other 2 look great. This guy is just not looking good at all. Looks like he's eating, but I don't think that's the case. I think he's just slowly dying, so I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know if I have to help him out or not. Maybe I'll just let him go. Hope maybe he bounces back overnight. But, yeah, so there you go. There's a quick little update. I'm really starting to like the 20 long, besides the algae. And I wish I would take pictures of it or video of it when it was all filled in. Even though it looked like crap, I kind of liked it. And again, eventually this is going to be a shrimp tank, so I don't want it fully, stop, I don't know, fully overrun with plants, but I do want it to look nice. Yeah, again, I mean, I do have the one flying fox in here, and he's doing great. Again, I don't feed this tank. I don't feed it. And look at his little belly. He's got a little belly on him. That's from all that damn algae. So I'm not going to feed him because he gets plenty of food. So that's it, guys. That's it for this update. I'll bring it back over to the 75 for a second. There's my sleeping pup. We were at the park for 3 hours today, right, bud? 3 hours. He is tired. Fetching, playing with his puppies. Playing with his pup buddies. He's spent. And here we go. So, alright guys, thanks for watching. And if you guys have any advice, again, I think I've said this before, but whether it's on the forum or on YouTube, wherever you want to leave it, if you want to help me escape this tank, or even recommend some plants that'll go with these, with the colors I have now, that'd be great. Alright, thanks guys. Bye.